So, on today's agenda, I want to talk about why it's so important, to pick good friends, pick good relationships, and choose to have the right people in your life. So, essentially, if you don't know, your identity and your personality, especially in your younger years, even in your adult years, it's basically consists of the 5 people you spend the most time with, the 5 people you're closest to. It's a division of 20%. So 20% for each person makes 100% of who you are. And the reason why that's important is because those people that are around you, they have major influences on your actions, the way you think, the way you see the world, the way you respond to how the world treats you, preferences, habits, what sort of things you like to do in your free time. Almost everything is influenced by the people around you. As humans, we're very social creatures, so we tend to mimic the people around us, especially the people who we see dear and admire. And especially in your upbringing, when you're with your parents and whatnot, a lot of the mannerisms that you carry over, that you live within, is from your parents. Luckily I have alhamdulillah, I have amazing parents, mashallah. They always want the best for me. They're always making sure I'm doing the right thing, not just the good thing, but the right, correct thing. They're very kind, very nice. They take good care of me. They spend time with me. They genuinely talk to me so I'm very blessed, alhamdulillah. And I know a lot of people can't say that about their parents. So I know I'm very grateful for that luck, and I try to make the most of it. I try to spend as much time as I can, and I try to do my best due diligence as a son, so that kindness and respect is paid back. And also, that's another thing. That's I'll make another video about that. But yeah, treat your parents well because they deserve it. And sometimes some people don't have the parents that are gonna treat them well. And if you find yourself in that situation, that's really unfortunate. But you can always find that parental guideline somewhere else, and through something else, whether it's through teachers or friends, some sort of mentorship figure, if your parents are there for you in that regard. But regardless of that, choosing who you hang around with in school, especially if when you're 14, 15, 16, entering high school, entering your teenage, entering adulthood, it's very, very important you make sure you choose correct people to hang around. I feel I've always made good choices regarding who I would hang out with, and it definitely has an influence. In high school, you see the cool kids or whatever, they'll be smoking, skipping class, fighting, involving themselves in degenerate activities. And you feel when you're at that age, you think yeah, that's so I gotta be good, I gotta be that guy, you know what I mean? You gotta be hood and shit. But it's not worth it, genuinely, because you just end up shaping your personality into something that's ugly. And oh shit, fuck yeah, wait, give me a sec. Whenever starts suddenly speeding up, my phone will fall, so I gotta take that into account. But yeah, just be very careful around your friend group. I feel I have a very solid friend group right now, through my college friends. We all inspire each other, honestly, and we all push each other further. It's not just all kindness, but we hold each other accountable too. If we have certain expectations for one another, we're hey, why didn't you do this yet? You said you were gonna do this. Why the fuck haven't you done it yet? And it might seem kind of toxic, right? A toxic environment, but it helps all of us push each other further, and we collaborate. we make games with each other. We set aside like goals, like we're gonna do this. So having some sort of like friendly competition in your life, especially amongst your peers, very very essential to development. And you want to find people who are going to challenge you and stick around with those people, because iron sharpens iron as brother sharpens brother. So the people you associate yourself with are more likely to what have you influence you in positive regards. If you know they're working hard, if they're working hard, you're working hard. If they're acting like degenerates, you're gonna be acting like a degenerate. So yeah, just pick who you choose to associate yourself with very carefully. I know people who would have been way better off if they just chose better like peers to associate themselves with. And also, like, just be yourself. Like, don't ever conform to someone else's norms just because you want to be accepted by them, unless you're like a weirdo, like unless like you're like really weird, like on some psychopathic shit, then maybe you should change. But if you're just like changing yourself to like personality in like bad ways, like, oh man, like I don't want to be a nerd anymore because all my other friends are like into sports, and like I like video games, so I'm a loser. No, don't do that, man. It's not worth it. You shouldn't have to change what you like just to fit what other person was, just to change how someone else might see you. And on that regard, you shouldn't have to participate in like activities that are like not really like morally acceptable to you in order to, you know, make friends. Always stick by with what's correct in your heart rather than what's gonna make you the most popular person. So yeah, be selective with your friends and make sure you have friends as well. Like I know like it's a very popular persona to be like the loner guy. Like, oh, I don't need any friends. I'm fine on my own. You know, like sometimes you don't need friends. You just have yourself. But friends are important too in good ways. It's good to have friends because friends, like I said earlier, friends influence you. Iron sharpens iron. But the influence only works if they're a positive influence on you. So that's very important to take into account. So yeah, make sure you make good choices, choose good friends, and you know. Also, another thing I want to talk about is that as a friend or as a person affiliated with other people, it's also your responsibility to make sure that you're a good influence on your friends too. If you see like one of your friends or something participating in an activity that's like you don't really feel is like good for them, you should honestly try to say something and make them see the betterment of it. Especially like if someone's participating in like degenerate activities, like I don't know, smoking or like doing something they shouldn't really be doing. Smoking, drinking, drugs, fighting, stealing. You know, try to be like, hey man, you don't have to do this. You could act in better regard. And basically, yeah, just wait. Yeah, and just like if someone like the amount of influence that someone has on you, you might also have on them. So it's always important to like understand like the influence you have on other people as well, and make sure that you are your best person too. Like for example, if like you're like an older sibling figure, and or like a parent, for example, you got to make sure that there's always eyes on you. So you're the one setting the bar, and you want like that person you're influencing to be how you want to be in a positive way. Like for example, my brother, insanely great mentor for me. He always like does the right thing. He makes like great financial choices, like working, career path wise, you know, how to deal with situations if you aren't being respected, and just showing me that you shouldn't have to put up with shit and all that, and to work your hardest and to never be unprepared. And, I really admire that about him. And he knows the influence he has on me. So he makes sure that he works hard, and he knows that I know that I look up to him. So he's always like pushing that extra step. And one more thing I want to add is that it's important to have someone that you're mentoring in your life, because they sort of hold you accountable, like a younger brother figure, or like someone who looks up to you, because then like you gotta act in your best regard in order for them to be motivated, as well as like it holds you accountable. So yeah, it's very important to make sure you choose the right people around you, choose the right mentors, and also have mentees. Have someone that can look up to you, because all of these influences of social behavior around you are just going to shape you into a stronger and better individual. And yeah, thank you for listening.